It's 93 to Eagle Country.
Right now, it is my pleasure to introduce
brand new country. It's time for Maverick Spotlight of the Week.
This is the new music award.
Brand new country.
Nowhere in the world you're going to hear this. Only here at 93.3 Eagle Country. Brand new Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth, Richard Marx, plus Big SMO and Jelly Roll. This is the full version of First Rodeo.
It's another new music spotlight
On 93.3 Eagle Country.
Country girl, California ID. What you drinking, girl? This one's on me. This ain't first rodeo. Gonna do a little dosey-do.
Sounds good for a Friday, doesn't it? On 93.3 Eagle Country. That is New Country First world premiere. That is brand spanking new. Heard nowhere else but right here at 93.3 Eagle Country. It's been the mystery song by mystery artist, the Maverick Spotlight of the Week, all week long. That we announced Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth, Richard Marx were the two main singers there. And is he on the phone now? Steve is on the phone. Hello.
Maverick, Steve-O, what's going on?
Steve, what are you doing?
I'm on a fabulous date right now.
Are you really?
Yeah, and she is just absolutely so nice and stunning.
This is how
How
much
you been, brother?
This is how much love you have for me.
I tell you everything. Come on.
Kids,
you been?
Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth, and this new country song we're playing on 93.3 Eagle Country called First Rodeo. I'm doing great, Steve. I got to tell you a funny story. A few years ago, I'm back home in Torrance in Redondo Beach, and I'm having dinner with a bunch of friends of mine from high school at the Cheesecake Factory right there on Catalina, right?
Uh-huh.
And right next door, I hear this loud concert going on, and the announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Smash Mouth." And I'm like, "What?"
Oh yeah.
And I was
What are
like,
you talking about?
I was like banging on the door. I go like, "Let me in, let me in." They're like, "No, this is a private event. You cannot come in."
That's awesome. How you been, brother? You been good?
I've been doing so great. I have
great.
missed you guys so much. And I remember years ago you told me that you were interested in doing country music, and I thought, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And then this was years in the making, and then finally I get this secret song, this mystery song from mystery artist, and it's recognizable. Your voice is so recognizable. I played it for my daughter. She knew it within 3 seconds. Oh yeah, that's Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth.
That's funny.
And we played it as the Maverick Spotlight of the Week here at 93.3 Eagle Country. People love it. People were surprised that you were doing country because you've done punk. I remember the days, the Fonz and pet names and stuff like that. And then you went to pop.
Country music, Maverick, country music, I got into it when I was still married. I was living in Vegas.
Yep.
I talked to Robert, my manager, and Robert goes, "You need to make a country record." I've always been wanting to do that. And I actually want to make a gospel record of all things too.
Yeah.
That's kind of, I know I'm stretching it, but but I fell in love with it, man. Because you know what? I just love the songwriting, and country's just it's really fun to sing. I really enjoy it.
And this particular record is kind of that new sound. I mean, you can tell it's country, and then you hear your voice, and then the second vocals that we hear from the big 80s, Richard Marx.
Yeah, you know what? He killed it. And I ran into him. I was doing the Under the Sun tour. He is really good friends with the singer of Vertical Horizon. He came out to a show. We started talking back then, and then when this song came about, I was like, you know what? I want to get somebody who's featured, and I always loved his voice because he kind of feels like a little bit of a Keith Urban to me.
Right. Yes.
And when he sang it and I heard it, I was just blown away. And then I got, my buddy Big SMO, the rapper, and then Jelly Roll's on there too. We're going to do an edited version of it, and then Uncle Cracker's going to be on that.
I was blown away when I heard that rumor.
We're going to switch it up a little bit, for radio and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really exciting, Maverick, and I appreciate you climbing on board, dude. It means a lot. You've always been a big supporter of us, and that means a lot, dude.
Well, it's because and I say this all the time, I'm just a geeky DJ that loves music regardless of the genre. And I fell in love with Smash Mouth from the beginning. You guys have always, always, always been super nice to me, and that to me means the world to me. And I appreciate that. And I'll always be a fan if you keep putting out great music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you guys continuously do that.
You know what? And guys like you don't come along very often, dude. Honestly, I've been doing this 25, almost 27 years now. And I've met a lot of good guys in radio, but I've met a lot of not good guys.
Mm-hmm.
And you've always just been a really, really big fan and a really good guy to us, and just a huge supporter. And that really means a lot to me.
Well,
so I appreciate that.
I thank you. That means the world to me coming from you. And real quick, because I know we have a bunch of country fans out there, and they're all Smash Mouth fans as well. That's how they knew that was you.
You know what's great? When I was in the studio, when I was working on my solo stuff, Jamie Johnson was next door making his first record in color, and we became super close friends. And then I was having guys like Dirk Bentley was coming down that heard that I was living in Nashville and I was recording this little studio with a buddy of mine, Jim Moose Brown, who wrote It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere. And he also plays guitar for Bob Seger, great friend of mine. He was one of the first guys that took me into the scene along with Jamie Johnson. And to have these guys like the Brad Paisley's of the world that are like huge Smash Mouth fans on top of that what's kind of made it easier for me to transition into kind of being brought in to that scene, along with John Rich and Hillary Williams, who's Hank Jr.'s daughter, who's one of my best friends. That made it a lot easier because we had so many fans on the countryside, Smash Mouth fans. So I'll tell you one thing about Nashville. You have to go in there with a ton of respect. You just really do.
Yes.
Because they will kick you out of there in a hot minute,
Have you been invited to the circle, though?
Yes.
Oh, yes. There you go. You've made it.
Yes. Yes. I was brought in. And you know who brought me in? Jamie Johnson. And
really?
Hillary brought me in.
Oh,
to the circle.
wow. See, that's a true honor right there.
Yeah. So it's been really cool. And I've been waiting to put something out. I've probably got 40 country songs done. Nobody's heard the light of day. And I think they're amazing. I don't want to toot my own horn, but we got some really good stuff over the years. But this one was just something I wanted to do, and it was just more of a pop country down the line with the rap stuff on it. Because I came from rap.
Sure,
that's where I started.
And now, do you have new Smash Mouth music coming out? I heard you're working on something.
Yeah, we are working on some stuff right now. We got some songs. I got a couple songs from the Chainsmokers.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, I got a really, really big hit from them. I didn't write it, but they sent it to me. They're another. When you go out and you see 21 Pilots and the Chainsmokers, and all these guys are closing their show with All Star, and it's like it's really flattering. But yeah, I got some really good stuff. I'm really focused on this right now.
Sure, yeah.
On the country stuff, and I'm developing a new artist, a girl named M. She's my new country artist. We're going to be dropping a single, and I'll make sure you get that one first also.
Beautiful.
Before anybody else. And it's going to be called Neon Playground. It's a smash. And I got that from the Kelsey Ballerini camp. So I got some good stuff going on. But
you are embedded.
I'll send it to you first before anybody.
Well, I appreciate that, Steve. And by the way, and my daughter says hi. When she was a little girl, she reminded me of this story. When she was a little girl, I was teaching her how to brush her teeth. And she goes, remember when you were teaching me how to brush my teeth and for how long to brush my teeth? It was to All-Star from Smash Mouth. And she remembers that since she was a little girl.
That is funny. You know what? I still have the toothbrush. We had a toothbrush came out where you pushed it to turn it on. They played All-Star.
Yeah, that's it. That's
funny.
Steve Harwell, the brand new country song, teaming up with Richard Marx, and of course Smash Mouth. I love you.
Thank you, bud. I love you too, man. I appreciate it.
And go back to your date. Enjoy the weekend as well.
Okay, brother. Thank you so much.
That's Maverick Spotlight of the Week. Is it a hit or a miss? Call Maverick now, 549-9393, or tweet us at 93.3 Eagle Country.